everybody, it's Kelly, and I'm back with another layout. And this one is inspired by two things. One is that beautiful wood veneer floral cluster from Freckled Fawn that I've had forever and need to use. And the other thing is I wanted to use my Jen Hadfield papers. I have two paper pads full and then loose papers that I rarely use. And I love this paper. I don't quite know why. I haven't dug into it, but that was my aim here today. So I went and found a photo that I thought would look good with both things, and I'm going to use it. So that floral paper is from Jen Hadfield Patio Party, the 12 by 12 pad from 2017. And then the gold polka dot paper is Jen Hadfield. It's the My Bright Life Gold Dots paper from 2018. It's an embossed paper. And then I loved how this green paper brought in the green from the background, but also set off that photo because the photo's a little dark. It was a really cloudy day when I took that photo of my friend on the pier. Okay, so there we go. So this is another sort of memorial layout for that friend of mine who passed away last August. This was a really happy day for her. She had been through her first kind of really tough round of chemo and was cleared to not be doing chemo any longer. She was just on some maintenance things, and her hair was starting to grow back. So she was kind of her first foray without wearing a hat. And then on top of it, she decided to join Facebook. So she wanted me to take a photo of her. We were away for the weekend at a friend's place on the lake, and we did that. And so this was a really happy time for her and a great memory for me as well. So I wanted to get this photograph scrapbooked, and this was in her photographs. Her sister gave me a bunch of photographs of her. And then I also had some photographs from her memorial boards that I did. So there's things that I'm scrapping because of those. There's things that aren't in my scrapbook and are sort of really happy memories because she was one of my absolute closest friends. And as we've known each other since we were 15. So, all right, back to the layout. I wanted to set that paper off from the background a little bit. It still felt like I needed more pattern. Yes, I needed more pattern. So, I grabbed that pink striped paper there, and that also is from the Jen Hadfield My Bright Life collection, and it's the Flutter by paper. So I have that really bright floral background, and if you have those papers and you don't know how to use them as a frame, because it gets a beautiful splash of color to your background without being overwhelming. And I do sometimes use those papers as the full background. You have to be careful about that though, because otherwise they can take over and you don't see the picture, you only see the paper. But this is a great way to use those, especially if you have paper pads or you're just kind of afraid of using them. Do this technique. And then it's nice because any kind of colors that I use on the inside of the layout are going to work because they all appear on the outside. It gives you a lot of choices on what to use in the middle there. All right, so now I'm just kind of making sure that I've got some, like I have plenty, the spacing on the sides with the white polka dot showing or gold polka dot showing is the same. That's what I want. Okay, so now I'm thinking about what other embellishments I can use. Can I use a card? The other thing I'm thinking is I have that really big splash of wood veneer. I want to kind of put it around the rest of the layout, and I did end up on that left side there where I have the heart. I ended up getting like ink on it. So I decided to kind of hide it. All right. So those hearts are from Studio Calico, by the way. I have a lot of big ones left. Not as many small ones, as big, just the big ones. So that Moments is something by, I think it's Chic Tags, which I don't think they're even making anything anymore. Again, die cut there from the Jen Hadfield die cuts. I don't remember which I think Patio Party actually. Then I saw this Enjoy the Little Things, and actually your hair growing back is not such a little thing, but just a great memory. That these are patio party die cuts that I'm playing with here. And then there's that other one that's Forever Friends, and I thought that was appropriate because she's forever going to be in my heart as my friend, even though she's no longer with me on this earth. So I thought those were perfectly themed. Plus, that top one has some wood, so it's, bringing the wood veneer back in. Kind of playing around with what to do with this cluster here. Just kind of experimenting a little bit. For some reason, I really wanted to get that flower on there. And I'm thinking I want a die cut up there. Kind of think about the banner, although that banner is cute there. I always have a problem using banners. I don't know why. That was perfectly fine, but I didn't love it. And then I found this floral cluster, and I kind of like that because it softens the edges of the corner of the green paper and the corner of the photo there. And the edges are still there, but it gives you a softness there. And then there's a heart. To add in, so I'm going to add that heart there, and then just move that one there. So I'm just playing around with where the hearts land here. All right. Just adding those little wood veneer hearts all kind of over the place here. Scattering it around. And I love how this layout turned out. There is a tiny bit of blue and aqua in the paper on the outside, so I think it really does a nice job of just setting that photo off. And you really, even though there's a lot of embellishment and that big flower embellishment is there, I think you really still focus on the photo because the wood is spread throughout and the brown is spread throughout, and that blue is a big spot of blue. So that is something, but it's not like it's just standing out and there's no other reason for it, because there is the blue and aqua in the die cuts as well too. So it's there, but that is the one big kind of noticeable different color, I guess. And plus that bright green will draw your eye right to that photo as well because it's so bright compared to the white background of the polka dot paper. So all, kind of good reasons to be using things, or kind of how you're doing it. And honestly, guys, when I'm doing this, I don't always think of things like that. I was thinking about the wood definitely on this layout, that, I need to spread that wood around a little bit more because otherwise all you're going to look at is that floral embellishment. And it's very funny because this friend of mine was not like really floral-y. She did like to garden and that kind of stuff, but definitely not in clothing styles and that kind of stuff. All right, so then I'm looking at this clear sticker book from the Jed Hadfield My Bright Side clear stickers. And this one says yay, which I thought was appropriate because of her hair growing back and her being able to do that. I'm going to journal underneath the Forever Friends and right underneath the photo on the pink paper, but you'll see that in the still shot and the couple of detail shots, which are coming up. Hope you guys are well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye.